the most amount of money that I made from one car. This is a crazy situation, right? From 18 to 23, I scaled that business.
From how many cars to how many cars?
From 20 cars to about 170 cars. So I feel when they saw that, they're like, this is the best job I've ever had. One of those guys who was obviously wasn't Muslim before, he was like, I'll get your company name tattooed on me. So I was like, what are you talking about? He was like, I'm working here till I die. But the thing is, we're not teaching you something like in a course and then saying, okay, now apply the knowledge. We're saying to you, you're making money while you're learning. A lot of you might hate me for this at the end of the day, but I feel like whereas auctions, you can buy 10 cars in a day that are profitable if you know what you're looking for.
How do you know what you're looking for? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah. Amma ba'd. Welcome to the second episode of Real with Shihab. Today, sitting across me is someone who has been in the car industry for the past almost 2 decades, for the past 17 years. He scaled his business from, just one car in stock to like up to 300 cars. Alhamdulillah, doing well in life, done hijrah from the UK, now lives in the UAE, and currently helps other people as well make money through cars, through this business, through this industry. And lovely to have you. So guys, this is the CEO himself, Mr. Aqeel. How you doing, bro?
Alhamdulillah, all good, bro. Yourself?
Alhamdulillah, good. It's a pleasure having you on today.
Likewise, bro. It's nice to be here.
Alhamdulillah, yeah. So we'll be going through 3 or 4 different major topics. Firstly, about him scaling the business, how he did it, and it's very valuable for people who are starting out, for people who are actually in this business, because this podcast, you're going to get a lot of free game from here. Trust me. And Aqeel, I don't think you're very selfish with giving out value.
No, we're here to help.
Yeah, of course.
Why not?
Alhamdulillah. And for people who are starting out, for entrepreneurs, for people who are trying to move, make hijrah,
Inshallah, yeah.
he's the man to cover everything. Inshallah, we'll go through it. But let's just start, inshallah, quickly. Take us back to your initial days of getting into business.
Okay. So, Assalamu alaikum, everyone. So when I started up, growing up, my dad always was changing his cars, right? So there'll be like a different car in the driveway, like most of the time. Like every 2-3 weeks, he'll buy a new car and just sell it, and it'll be like a side hobby sort of hustle for him, right? Alongside his job.
Is it because he had the passion for cars?
Yeah, he liked cars. Plus, obviously, there was good profits in it at the time. He would go to the auction and buy a car, like here and there sort of thing. So we grew up around like just different cars, but like more budget cars sort of thing, right? And it came to a point where I think that auction that he used to go to got closed down or something. So when I was 16, we went to an auction together with a friend of mine, his older brother. So we went there and we were like, my dad wanted to just buy a car to use and sell at the same time or whatever it was. And I ended up buying a car.
Okay.
My dad was like, what are you doing? You're 16, you're buying a car. And I was like...
How much did you buy the car for?
Yeah, it was like £300.
And you bought it with your own money?
Yeah, from like Eid, like money, that you get from Eid or birthdays at the time and stuff like that. Like people giving you money and stuff. And so I was like, don't worry, I got the money, it's fine. And he was like, okay, that's fine.
But you had no intentions to buy?
No, not even. Like, bro, if somebody's going for that, it was a Mercedes-Benz, old rusty, old car, and I was like, it needs to be done. So I put my hand up. It was just like in the moment, got it, and then obviously I couldn't drive at the time. You have to be 17 to pass your driving test. So we got the car taken back. My dad drove it back for me, and bro, within like 2 days, it sold for like double the money.
How did you sell it?
Bro, I just put a sticker on the window saying for sale, phone number, and parked it on the main high street.
Could you park it just like that?
Yeah, back then the cars would come with road tax as well. Now you have to put road tax on the car when you get it. Yeah. But so it was easier then in that sense. So parked it in the road, someone called and they bought the car within like a couple of days.
They had to negotiate with you or no?
No, it was cheap already. I put it up for like too cheap. Like it was just like, compared to the rest online, they're going for like 1,000. I put it up for like 600.
Oh, so you just wanted to sell it?
Yeah, I just wanted to see how it feels. Like, can I even make a profit? Like, is this car gonna go? I made it back home, so it should be all right. So from there, I was like, I need to go again. So every time I would go with my friend's brother, who's been doing it now for a couple of years. I was like, let me jump in with you because I haven't got a license and come with you and see what's going on there. Yeah. So every time I go, I'll buy like one car, then sell it, then go again, and then slowly just build it up, sort of thing, alongside like doing my college, like sixth form basically in the
But
UK.
at that time, did you know what you're doing, or you're just doing it like because it's bringing in
No,
money?
it's bringing in like a few £100 every time, like, and I'm sort of learning more about the physical auctions, being in there as well. So of course, there's a lot of decisions, like in terms of, there's a lot of things you can do that are, you might be making. It's all experience. It's part of the game, isn't it? So you're learning a lot while you're at the auction, and then you're learning a lot while you're sort of liaising with customers and stuff as well. So I used to enjoy it, but the profit margins were like obviously very low because my expectations and my standards were like, I'm happy with whatever as long as it's a profit. £100, £200, like I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
So of course, like as you get into like dealerships and stuff like that, your standards change. But yeah, alhamdulillah, it was good for the time.
Yeah. What did you learn from getting to being around these auctions and going in, like were you going weekly, monthly? How often were you going?
Probably like because I was at 6, so I'd probably do it like once a week, something like that. Yeah. So the aim was to like sell the car that I have like within the week, so I can go back again and get another one with that same money.
So every time you go into the auction,
Yeah.
At what point did you start noticing like, okay, these are the things that I'm learning. I know that I need to do this in order to get a deal. At what point did you be like, okay, I've learned enough, or I'm learning? Like you could see yourself learning.
Yeah, of course. So it takes years, to be honest with you.
When did you realize that? Okay, I think I know a little bit about.
So I think
cars.
you learn from mistakes as well. So you might buy a car that's got a common issue, and then you're buying it, and you've now sold it, and it's got an issue with it, or something's happened to it, and then you go online and you're like, common issues with this car, and it's like, don't buy that car because of this reason. So then you learn, you either stay away from it, or whether to factor that into your budget, whether it is like this needs to be repaired on it or whatever it is. So you learn from experience, I would say.
Okay.
Or you learn from someone who can give you their experience, but at the time there wasn't anyone.
Okay. So were you looking for someone at that time, or were you just doing it
yourself? To be honest
yourself?
with you, I've always been that kind. I think a lot of people, especially then, would probably do it themselves. Plus, there's not a lot of people that
Doing it
give
like,
out.
Yeah. If they do it themselves, they don't share it.
They don't want to share it. Yeah, and that I've been a part of that as well. For many years, it's like you haven't got the time to help people fully. Some people you're going to help them, but it'll be like minimal advice, blah blah blah. But help them fully, because if you can make profit out of those cars, why am I going to give them to you? It doesn't make sense, does it? So I'm basically giving you my money from my pocket by saying to you, like, come, I can help you buy and sell cars. So that's something that is, I mean, it's not, everyone's got their own risk, of course. So you shouldn't look at things that way.
Exactly,
but getting into things at a young age and stuff, you're like, you can't really help someone if you're kind of building yourself at the same time. It's going to take a while. And then once it's proven, you can sort of say, look, I can help you further and all of that stuff. So so that's the thing, yeah.
And at that point, were you like, when you started making money through cars, were you the type of person to be like, okay, I'm going to do it alone? Or did you push for, your friends and your family or whoever is around you to, start making money with you?
To be honest with you, so I like 16 to 18, I was doing it from home. Then I went to university for like just a year basically, right? And at the same time, I was like 10 cars in at home. So like I've got 10 cars around my house now, and we've moved house so that the area was like, you could accommodate a little bit more parking, like where it was sort of thing. And it came to a point where I was looking online and I found this yard that you can park like 20 cars in. So that's like doubling what I've already got in terms of, and I'm not doing great at uni because my concentration is not there. It's on money.
It's on the business, yeah.
So I'm thinking to myself, should I do this or this? So I had to tell my parents, look, I'm gonna be doing this full time now and not going back.
But you were doing it alone, yeah, like no one with you.
Yeah, so of course my parents would help me in terms of like driving this car back from here or there. Then I had a few cousins that would help me as well. And then I got my own place when I was 18 and decided that I'm not studying anymore. And
at 18 you're like, no, I don't want to
so
study
18
anymore.
I had my first, you could say,
Dropout.
full court, like a business premises.
Okay.
Alhamdulillah. Like, I didn't have an office. It was more like a car that will do the paperwork in. So that would be the office, and then just a 20 car yard, and that's it. So that was like the first step towards like, okay, we're gonna either not do this or and maybe go back to education or do some other business. Even though for me it was another business, and my parents, they were like, well, at least if he doesn't like it, he can do education again.
Exactly, yeah.
And for me, most importantly, I was like, I need to build this from this to more cars and be able to prove everyone wrong, so that they can see where I was coming from when I said I'm going to do this instead of going through the education route sort of thing. Yeah.
So you chose to leave education.
Yeah.
Is that like, as in you chose to, like, of course, you're learning at all stages in life, but the traditional education of university and college, all that stuff, you think that was not needed for you at that time? Would you recommend someone watching this right now to do the same if they have a business or something going on?
See, personally, and a lot of you might hate me for this at the end of the day, but I feel like there's no point going into something that's going to, like, if you haven't got no interest of doing that. So for me, it was business management, and it's like, it doesn't really teach you how to manage a business.
Exactly.
Like, they don't teach you that at school or university, like the way they should. So for me, it's like, unless you're doing something professional, like doctors or whatever it is, then of course you have to go to university for that. You can't study law. I don't know if you can, but I don't think you can study law online and become a lawyer. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not too sure. But certainly you can't be a doctor if you don't go to university, right? So of course they have to go to university. They're doing something great and they have to do what they're doing. But if someone's just looking to go into business and sell something or whatever it is, like myself, I always wanted to be a businessman and not be employed by anyone. Why am I going to go to university? Like, of course I'm going to learn something, but it's not really going to help me in where I want to be. Like those 3 years I'm spending, I've already wasted a year because I've dropped out now. So those 3 years I'm going to spend wasting in education and tuition fees and all of that stuff, I could be earning money. And it came from a lot of my friends actually graduated and then they were like, I've got a debt to pay now. And I'm not going into the same field to get a job as I went to university for. So I'm like, so you wasted 3 years, then you've got a debt. And until today, they've still got a debt, some of them.
Oh,
it's crazy. So to be honest, like, I would say, unless you really know what you want to get into, there's no point going to university. And if you want to be a businessman, then probably there's no point. Unless you're doing it to please your parents and that's your ultimate thing that you just want to do. But I think you can please them in other ways as well, inshallah,
So at what point, is it because you were making too much money or you had the bigger vision in mind?
No, it wasn't too much. Of course, when someone sees their first like bit of income, they're buzzing off it. So I knew where it could go to if I carried on building it. So if you see your first bit of money, you're like, yeah, this is for me sort of thing. But always like since young, I wanted, okay, I want this car, I want that car. And it was always like cars for me. And I wanted to drive the best cars that I could afford or whatever it is. So to be honest, for me, it was like, I want to be able to buy within reason, of course, like anything that I need and also buy a few things that I also want. And I was like, but I need to do that soon rather than later, of course, the right way. And I think I can achieve that through car trading. So that's exactly what I did, alhamdulillah.
Allah barak. So at that, you were around what, 18, 19 at that time?
Yeah, so 18 is when I started doing it like, okay, this is like every day for me now,
Okay, so from 16 to 18, was there any losses that you've seen or you faced? Like
100%.
Do you remember your first loss that you've had in the car trading?
So
business?
I was driving a car back, or I wasn't driving it actually. So we were driving it back. I was in the car as well, and the engine seized on it on the way home.
Oh, okay.
So it was like a £2,000 car, and well, it was more than that. I think we sold it for 2,000. So I must have lost over £1,000 on the car. But these things happen. The car was driving fine for like half an hour. We checked the coolant and the oil on it and everything. It just happened. So that was a bad experience. It was a setback, but alhamdulillah, like keep building and you'll get it back. Your business is all about profits and losses. So if you're not prepared for a little loss, it's not gonna be for you at the end of the day. But that's how you learn, like long term, like what I should buy, what I shouldn't buy, or are you gonna stay away from those cars now or buy that car again because you're like, okay, I need to make some money out of that car this time, whatever it is. So you learn from these things.
So what did you do?
In terms of,
as in like when you lost that, like in that car, when you lost your money in that,
I've still bought that car many times.
Okay, again and again.
The same brand, 100%, because it's not that car that you need to avoid. It's just that specific car had issues, and that's it. They're still good sellers. So to be honest with you, it's one of those things that you have to just take it on the chin.
Exactly. Yeah. So like right now, what would you say are like some red flags to look for when you're buying or selling a car?
See, the thing is, right now, if you're buying privately. So you can say, like, for example, people are buying on Facebook Marketplace or whatever it is, and they're the people that are doing it on a real side hustle, right? They're not going to scale and have like it's not a business. It's more like cash flow. right? So you can call it flipping if you like, right? So for people like that, it's more like it's a side hustle that could basically, it's bringing in good money, of course, because there's loads of like Facebook flippers that are doing their thing, right? But it's more of are you a business owner? Because most of them say I'm private sellers or whatever it is, and it's not really like, they're not really got their own platform in terms of a website or in terms of a showroom or stuff like that. So back to your question, what was your question again? Sorry.
My question was some red flags when you're buying or selling.
So what you can look out for, obviously, if you're buying from a private individual, like loads of people do when they first get into it, like you have to understand, why is that person selling the car on Auto Trader or Facebook or whatever it may be for a low price when they can just go to like WeBuyAnyCar.com and sell it there, basically. So sometimes a lot of these deals are dodgy deals.
Is it because it's cheaper than the official platforms?
Unless you find something for like £5,000 and it's worth say 5,000 or 6,000 to sell, and you're like, you go there and you say £3,000, but that's kind of like disrespecting the seller as well. But that's what people do when they're buying privately. Like there's only so much you can negotiate, and the person who's already advertised it, they know that they can sell the car for £5,000 because they've been on Auto Trader, they've been on WeBuyAnyCar.com, so they know what we can get from it. So what makes you think you can get such a good deal off them? So the red flags, I would say, to be honest, is some people disguise themselves as private sellers, but they're actually dealers.
Okay.
And they're trying to hide faults with the car to make it look like, oh yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. So
those cars, they put it on Facebook Marketplace and these stuff.
Facebook Marketplace is usually full of dodgy car traders.
So you wouldn't recommend anyone to buy cars from Facebook, like Facebook Marketplace?
I wouldn't say don't buy them, but you have to be more cautious.
Okay, that shouldn't be your first option.
Like personally, look at this, right? I'd rather if someone's selling me a car, a person, and on the way home something crazy happens to the car, right? I've got their contact number, I know where they live, whatever. Like if I'm a crazy person, I can do whatever I like, right?
Exactly, yeah.
So, but I know the most offensive thing is that this guy has blatantly ripped me off, right? And you just feel rubbish about it. Now, then you've got places like auctions that are selling good cars, bad cars, cars that are okay.
But that's on you if you buy it.
But if you buy it from there, you're not going to be like, oh, they've ripped me off.
Yeah, because you've seen
an auction. They're there to basically sell you the car as seen, right? And so is this person as well. But the difference is that you know who done it to you, don't you?
Yeah.
So that's the difference. And for me, I'd rather buy it from the auction because you're getting a better deal anyway. You can't check the car out before you buy it in terms of like drive it or test drive it or anything like that. But you might travel an hour and a half to see this guy's car.
It's not worth
a lemon, basically. And then you have to drive back this, that, and the other. From the auction, you're buying volume.
Yeah.
So to be honest with you, like I would say red flags are like, you can look out for things like owners. If it has got too many owners on the vehicle, then it might be suspicious. Or if the servicing hasn't been done frequently, such as like it's got a full service history or whatever, that's another red flag. So you could say even having one key with the vehicle is a red flag, because why hasn't it got a second key? Does that mean the person didn't look after it? So all of these little things, these are common sense things though. You can find this on Google, ChatGPT. You don't have to, it's not free game from me, but it's more like,
no, but it is though. Like a lot of people who are listening right now,
they may not know.
The technical terms, the
people that are starting from scratch sort of thing. But it's like, to be honest with you, I think there's more red flags when you're going to see something with someone who's a private individual or says they are, because not everyone out there is honest, especially when they're giving you a good deal. If the car's selling at £5,000 and you're willing to give £5,000 for it, it's probably a good deal.
Yeah.
Like a good deal meaning like it's probably a good car.
Okay.
But if they're selling this £5,000 car for £3,000 so you can make your car, why should it be great? Like in the
why
auctions,
are they selling for lower?
Yeah, but think about it this way as well. Like, where do properties, talk about properties, where do people that make money from properties buy their properties from? Is it from just the normal market from me and you? No, it's from auctions, right?
Auctions, correct.
So how are you going to buy things at trade price, at wholesale price? If you're looking at, like, you can only buy so many cars and travel from one city to another city and buy so many cars privately, but from the auction, bro, I've bought like over 20 cars in a day.
Yeah.
You cannot do that privately. Even if you got a team, you cannot do that privately.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. So that I think that a lot of people get caught up in, they get scared of going to auctions and stuff like that as well. But it is scary and you can lose so much money. But it's more like you need to learn, and sometimes just going there and learning for for yourself without buying anything is best to do.
Okay.
I've done that
Just
in the
go and
UAE. I
observe.
came here, I went to the auctions like 10 different times, didn't buy a thing.
Okay, you were just
Every
going to
single-
learn and observe.
Yeah, I was just seeing what's going on.
What do you
every
see?
single car is in half.
How is it different to auctions in the UK? The ones in the
Yeah,
UAE?
I mean, the ones in the UK, I would say like the bigger ones like British Car Auctions and Mannheim, like they're selling you a complete car most of the time. Like the car is running, it's working. Yeah, it might have had a little scratch here or there. You get some really good cars from there as well. To be honest with you, over here I saw like literally the cars coming on a forklift. Have you seen them?
Yeah.
They're like cut in half, and to be honest, I looked at it and I was like,
But people are buying it though.
of course,
But would you buy it?
no.
Why not?
Because you have to go through all that headache of getting it repaired. Like my thing's always been buy the car ready, like more or less. I don't mind doing like a few tires on it or a little bit of body work or a service. That's fine. But why buy a car where you're gonna have to spend so much money on getting it done, and then you might have done all that work to get it done, and you still have to lose on the car because you don't know what you're going to spend on it until you start spending on it.
Yeah.
And you can't really budget that from the auction, especially when the car's got no front end on it and the chassis got chassis damage, always had like flood damage. And I think in the UAE, a lot of things are sort of different to the way they are in the UK. Let's say it like that.
Keeping it safe, guys.
Yeah, let's just say it like that. Yeah.
Now, one thing I took in when you said where you're talking about something that's very interesting, and I think it might be a little bit controversial,
Yeah.
which is flipping, let's say. Okay, you've mentioned that private owners, they flip in; they're not like a business fully.
It's not.
But what's
even if
how is flipping different to car trading?
So it's a term that didn't exist 10 years ago.
Flipping?
Of course.
Okay, so you're saying flip.
I don't think so.
Okay,
It's
so
probably it's a new word that the younger generation are using, right?
okay, so do you think
Yeah.
they've just replaced the car trading word with flipping?
No, not necessarily. I mean, there's nothing wrong with flipping. I've got flippers in my community, and they're happy to do it on that level. I'm still making the money, but the aim is for me to help them grow to become car traders.
So what does a flipper look like, and what does a car trader look like?
Okay, so
What's the difference?
Right. So I was actually thinking about this earlier, right? Because the guy was like, "Yeah, I just want to flip the cars and this, that, and the other," and I was like,
Is it the one in the car?
Yeah, when I was
Yeah.
speaking to him earlier, when I was on a call with him, and I was like, right, so a flipper is someone who's doing it part time, say, right?
Okay.
And they've not necessarily registered even as a company.
Okay.
So they might just be like, yeah, I'm selling it as myself, and then someone might ask them like, what do you do for like, is it your car, or are you a trader, are you a dealer? And they'll be like, oh, I just flip a few cars. Like,
So he doesn't own the car.
he does own the car.
Then?
He's paid for it, of course. It's more like
He's a freelancer.
it's like a side hustle for him.
Like
You know
a
what I mean?
freelancer versus agency.
Yeah, it's like your main job is this,
Yeah.
but you sell hats on the side. That's what it is. It's not like you're not taking it so serious that it's your bread and butter every day. Like put it this way, someone who's building a dealership, they're building reputation at the same time. A flipper will probably sell you the car at the side of the road or at a petrol station. And when you got a problem, you'll call them and they'll say like, you can't find me anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get
or
you,
they're
I get
selling
you.
it on the side of their mum's house or
Yeah.
something like that. So to be honest with you, it's not a proper business organization.
It's just a side hustle.
It's a side hustle,
Okay.
and they're doing well. And to be honest with you, can you scale? Is a big question mark, because if you're just flipping cars, you can have 5 in stock. You might have 10 in stock if you're doing really well. But are you a proper car dealer if you've just got 10 cars in stock? Like, yeah, you're a very small car dealer, but you can't really, because the thing is, you're buying all privately. The flippers don't really go to auctions.
Yeah. They also
you know
buy
what I mean?
privately.
Yeah, I mean, flippers may go to auctions, but most of them, they buy privately. They buy these private deals because the thing is, they can,
Afford single cars, 2 cars. Like
yeah,
they
2, 3
can't-
cars,
yeah.
5 cars, 10 cars, even if they're scaling that sort of cars. But it's harder to scale because think about it. Once you decide to scale from 10 to 20, what do? So you have to
just
find
start-
10 more adverts online
Exactly.
to go to 10 more different locations and buy those cars. And when you sold them, you're in the same problem again.
Yeah.
Whereas auctions, you can buy 10 cars in a day that are profitable if you know what you're looking for.
How do you know what you're looking for?
As I said, it takes experience. Like no one taught me, so I didn't have a course that I could learn from,
Yeah.
or there's no guide out there that would tell you. Of course, you're going to Google it. Like, what car shall I buy to sell?
But that's long though, yeah.
No, but it's going to say on there like buy
of course, it's going to be very generic.
It's going to be like buy a small engine size car with low insurance.
There's no technical. There's no technicalities.
It doesn't tell you what to buy specifically or what to look out for in those cars that are really good sellers. But they're common issues. For example, like you're going to have to learn them along the way, sort of thing. Like so, you have to learn the hard way sometimes. That's the problem because no one really gives you any advice. Like there's no one helpful in this trade. Like everyone's gatekeeping. Okay. Because there's already many car dealers out there anyway. That's the way they see it. Like, oh, why do we need another one?
Okay.
And that's not true. Like,
and you're saying is that for your time that there were not anyone there to advise, or until now you say?
I think there's still the same case. I mean, people might sell a little course here and there and stuff like. I mean, it's good. Like it's helping the people, of course, but there's nothing there that would help someone like me when I started and my vision to get to where I am right now. Like no one's made that. And why they haven't made that is because they haven't got time for it. They're running a dealership. Yeah. Because they're the only people that can teach it, right?
Yeah.
They're the only people that can say to you, like, how do you get to 0 to 100?
Yeah.
Because they've got from 0 to 100.
Correct.
So if someone's got from 0 to 50, they can't tell you how to get to a 100. So no one's actually, I think there's people like in the UK specifically that are working from, their aim is to continue car trading until 60, 70 years old. But it's a very hectic game to be a part of course, because of course it's constant like communication with customers, mechanics, transportation, blah, blah, blah. Like so many things are going on. And there's so much investment that you end up putting in it as well, which is good because the investment's coming from your profits anyway. And to be honest with you, it's one of those things that you'll learn a lot along the way, like a lot along the way, but there's nothing out there to teach you that. That's the problem. So for me, I'm happy to be involved in that because I feel like there's a lot of value I can give, and people have received that as well.
Inshallah, we'll get to that very soon. We'll get to that. How Aqeel helps a lot of people make money through cars, through trading, getting into this whole business. For someone who just wants to do a side hustle, who wants to quit his full-time job, get into this business or scale to dealership, and I've seen it as well. And just today when we were coming here, a guy called and we took a testimonial of him. Maybe not testimonial, just asking him what's like, how has it been? And in the past 3 months, he has doubled his investment. And went from 2,000 to 4,000 pounds.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a side hustle. So his mentality was, I just want to flip a few cars and see how it goes. And that we can help people do that. There's no problem at all. But the difference is he doesn't need to go out there, look for a good deal, and take time out of his 9 to 5 now. So he's still earning his money that he's going to earn regardless. This is more like, we're doing everything for you. And he was like, well, what did he say? All I need to do is wash a couple of cars. And that's it. And even that, he took it to the car wash. So there was no hard work. It was just his money worked for him. And he trusted the process.
Of course. And Allah Mubarak, so that's just a side hustler. There was another person that you've called. He has left his 9 to 5 in January, this January. And since then, until now, he's made over 70,000 pounds working with you.
That's right,
And trusting you and, you know, and trusting the process basically.
He's 20 years old
20 years old as well. That's even crazier. And Allah Mubarak. Kids, young teens are making this amount of money.
The thing is, if you're not going to take the risk now, when are you going to take it?
Exactly,
That's the thing. Like people wish they would have gone into business and they're
earlier.
Like, I'm not saying 30 is old or 40 is old. Like you're still young, you can do whatever you like, but you can't take as much risks. Maybe you might have a family, you might have kids, you might have other responsibilities. But when you're young, you can take these risks because what's going to happen? Worst case, you lose it.
You can build again.
You can build it again. But the thing is, we're not teaching you something like in a course and then saying, okay, now apply the knowledge. We're saying to you, you're making money while you're learning. That's the difference. You're not just earning money after you've learned everything. You're learning, like you could be making
earning
money 2 or 3 days in of just joining. That's the good thing about it.
And like you would say that you know the secret of this game, like you know how this game works, A to Z.
Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Of course, we're all learning things. I can't say, look, I'm the.
But you could take someone from A to B.
A to Z.
A to Z. You could take someone from A to Z.
I could make someone.
You could turn someone from a flipper to a dealership.
Or from nothing to something. To something.
Allah Mubarak. We'll get into that. Of course, you have to watch to learn how to make money with Aqeel. But before we get into that, I just want to touch on this of when did you transition from let's say in your terms trader to a dealership? How did?
Right. No. So to be honest with you, it's like
Or were you just doing it so
dealership.
frequent?
I would say. So I was also just. You could call it flipper, but that term didn't exist back then, right? So
No, but like, were you doing it so consistently and so often that you didn't even realize that you have a big, like, large number of stock?
yeah, so I think everything went really smooth in terms of the availability. So in the UK, nobody really likes to give car dealers a premises.
Okay.
Because they're always moving cars, there's noise from the exhaust, there's customers coming all the time. Like, it's not a peaceful business. Like, there's a lot of noise where that business is, right?
Yeah.
So people don't like to give a car dealership place to rent. Simple as that. Unless you're going for like a main showroom on a main high street, which is very expensive rent. So I had a place for like 20 cars place. It was like in an industrial estate. It's more like a yard. It's not a showroom or a dealership, or it was just like a yard, which you can convert to a dealership, right? And then next to me, there was another trader and another trader. There was like...
Was that the place for like all the dealerships were there?
It was just like an industrial estate that's one day going to get built on, but we don't know when. So there's no contract. The rent is like every month, only monthly. Like, so they can tell you like next month you're out and you have to go somewhere with your 20 cars or 100 cars or whatever it is.
That's
so
crazy.
there became a site next to me that was available. Like 20 cars were here and there was 20 cars here. And then...
And how old were you at that time?
About 19.
About 19, you had 40 cars?
No, I had 20, and then around like 20 years old, for example, like I had 40, and then the opportunity came on that there's more space. So it kept growing in that same time. And then my cousin approached me, and he was like, I want to get involved as well.
Okay.
And so we had a very good relationship. We still do, but we had a very good business relationship at the time where we're basically trading cars together, but separately. So he's got his cars, I've got my cars, but we're sharing the same place. Yeah. So we're sharing costs in terms of rent and all of that, and wages for staff and whatever. And
all that at 20?
No. So it kept growing like 20 and then between 20 and 23, I would say. Between 18 and 23, I had that premises, but from 18 to 23, I scaled that business.
From how many cars to how many cars?
From 20 cars, just calculating what I had and what he had, to about 170 cars.
Oh, my bad.
But the yard could hold like roughly about 190, 200, but we'll pack them in tight as well. So there'd be so many cars there. So we were the biggest in that whole industrial estate then, in terms of numbers of cars. Yeah. And after that, we were like...
And were you the biggest in the game as well? Like, you know?
No, we would sell loads of budget cars. So everything would be like...
But people started to recognize you more for the car.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Like in the area, they'll come regularly. Like, oh, bringing my husband to buy a car and bringing my cousin to buy a car. And they'll just bring people like over and they'll buy their cars.
So you became the car guy at your local area? Or
yeah, it was only like 20 minutes away from my home. So luckily it was good. And then after that, I was like, we need to scale it up because we don't know when this place is going to go. They keep saying they're going to build on it. And we don't like that sort of like, how are we going to move 190 cars, right? So after that, we found a premises that was right next to one of the auctions that we buy from all the time, which was BCA Blackbush. A lot of people would know that one. And literally 10 minutes away from there, we found a warehouse. So this is like an indoor warehouse that can hold like 80 cars inside and maybe another 30 to 40 cars outside.
Okay.
So we've got less space now, but that's not a problem because we can still scale over there. You just have to find another like yard that you can actually, but it's more like showroom vibes. Like this is a dealership, like a proper dealership. Like this is when you need like a valeter on site all the time. You need salesmen, you need staff, you need everything basically. Like, so, and the previous one was, but it was a bit more like not that great. Like we had an office, like a porter cabin, which is like it's like a caravan, but it's made for an office, right? And it wasn't great because we also got like broken into one time there as well. And
how did that happen?
Just overnight, like it was in the middle of the industrial estate. Someone just like broke the door, took the TV, took our games console. We had like a gaming area as well there.
Did you have the keys inside in the warehouse as well or no?
The keys. So my cousin left his keys there.
Okay.
So we'd only take our own keys home overnight.
Oh, but the car keys are there in the...
He left his there. Oh. So the next morning we found it like at the bottom of the yard in a puddle. And since then we learned our lesson, obviously, not to leave. But no cars got taken. Okay. No cars got damaged.
You were struggling to find which car's key is which.
No, they were all like the bag with the keys in it was thrown into like a puddle. Oh, okay. Because there was no like money in it, and they probably thought it's pointless. So everything was there.
So he took the most.
Sorry, the keys weren't there. Sorry.
Okay.
The documents.
Documents
for the car were all in a puddle. So it was a bit.
Yeah.
But the keys, luckily, he actually took the keys. Yeah, the keys were taken home. The documents were there only, but that's still important to obviously have like secure. So when we moved to the new place, we scaled from there because across the street there was another guy who had loads of land, and I was like, can I have a few car spaces here for this much? And we made a deal. And then sooner or later, like that's how it grew from that. And my cousin decided to go into something else. So after that, I had it since COVID, since lockdown. I had everything myself running it completely.
So all this time was this was until lockdown. Like you've
until
got the
lockdown,
new land.
yeah. From like 18 years old until lockdown, we were doing it like sharing the rent, sharing the space, all of that stuff. So it helped both of us. We haven't got that much pressure on us. And then after that, literally we went like our separate ways. He'll do his own business and I'll do something as my own business. And I stayed in the same place. And that's when I scaled it and actually managed to get to that 300 car mark where I had bought all my cars that I dreamt of.
So you went from, okay, so now it's not regular cars anymore.
No, we still have to do them. Like,
Okay.
that's the thing. Like your daily cars that sell every day are going to be your budget cars.
Okay.
Yeah. Like a few people have messaged me now saying, "Oh, I've sold this car, that car," and they're all like £2,000-3,000, £4,000 cars that have been sold today. So to be honest with you, they're the cars that are going to sell every day.
Yeah.
The cars that are like £10,000 and above or whatever it is, like, yeah, there's profit in them, like good profit in them, but they're not going to sell every day.
Yeah.
So the money that's bringing you, like paying your bills, basically, that's
the
your
regular cars.
bread and butter stock. Yeah.
So what was your like first luxury car that you got? Would you consider that luxury car?
Me, luxury was anything like automatic with leather seats back then. So to be honest with you, I can't even remember because even the first car I bought for £300 was a Mercedes Benz.
Okay.
So that's luxury, isn't it?
So you started off with luxury.
You could say so, but it was
No,
a
like
rust
a proper
bucket.
luxury. Like you know what I mean by luxury.
I
Like,
would say like probably for me it was like a BMW 5 Series, like probably like about £4,000 worth, I think. And I was like, this is good. But it was like very high mileage. Like I'd driven a lot, so that's why it was a good deal. But it was nice. It had everything, like
okay.
leather seats, sat nav, automatic.
And you drive it as well.
Yeah, I would drive it at the time as well. Yeah, so luckily we had like trade insurance and all. Everything's like changed in terms of the price of stuff as well now. So it's more difficult for dealers to actually get involved from a young age now because a lot of dealers cannot get insured unless they've been in the trade for a long time. So that means new people cannot enter
Okay.
because trade insurance is so expensive. So there's ways around it, of course, but you have to obviously follow the law and everything as well.
And how much time do you think it takes for a luxury car to be sold? Like, is it okay? Since you said it's not a regular thing, but how was the time frame like from since you buy a regular like a luxury car to actually selling it?
It depends. It could take 6 months. It could take a day. Like it's one of those things. Average, I would say like maybe like a month.
Okay.
Maybe 2
How would you
months.
advertise your cars?
Auto Trader.
Auto Trader, everything.
It's like your Debizzle of Dubai.
Yeah.
Right. They've got Debizzle here, but Auto Trader's like top.
Yeah.
Like they charge like top money as well, and that's where. So if you wanted to know what does my car sell at, I want to sell it, or I want to see what the value of my car is. You won't go on Facebook.
Okay.
You won't go on anywhere else. You won't go on WeBuyAnyCar.com. You'll actually go on Auto Trader and see what is my car selling for.
Okay.
So that's how you'll figure out. So that's the biggest platform where you'll get the true figure of what the car's actually worth.
Okay.
To the what's the market value.
Okay. Interesting. So, let's say if I wanted to, start a car business, and I can't afford to, but like spend ads on Auto Trader.
Right.
Is there any alternative for it or no?
You should be able to afford it because the car was minimum of £1,000, £2,000.
Okay.
Like an advert's like £50. Like
Okay.
you have to just budget it in. You can
So is
try
it- yeah.
and go through Facebook and Gumtree and this, that, and the other, but you'll get a lot of time wasters because all the people that are looking for they're free adverts.
Yeah.
So you don't pay to put on
Okay.
Facebook.
Yeah.
So it's more like you'll get the people that are gonna negotiate.
Not quality
more.
leads.
They're not quality leads.
Yeah.
Or people.
Okay. Okay. So when you scaled Allah Barak to 300 cars in stock, did you just? So of course you didn't just scale in like stock. You of course scaled in teams and hiring and systems.
Yeah, slowly. I mean, I would get someone that could do everything.
How would you hire someone? Like let's say for example you were to hire someone from the audience right now. What are the things that you want them to have? What characteristics? What type of responsibilities do you think they should be able to handle to work for you, under you at that time at your dealership?
Being able to learn and learn multiple different things within the same business.
What do you
that's
mean
when
by
you'll
multiple?
So like, for example, when I first recruited someone, he was recruited for just handling sales.
Okay. And is he a salesman or like you train him to be a salesman?
To be honest, a little bit trained, I would say. But he was an English guy. So customers, majority of them are English, so they're gonna like him regardless, right?
You got the charm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and I'll be out at auctions or doing this, that, and the other that are like different things, and I need someone to focus on the sales, because the thing is, anyone can sell a car if they're nice to the customer, right?
Yeah.
The money comes
Focusing
from
on revenue.
yeah. The money comes from what deals you buy.
Yeah.
So I need to do that. That's the most important thing, right?
Yeah.
All the other stuff like getting the car cleaned or selling it to a customer, like yeah, you need skill, but not as much as the deal's got to be right to buy it in the first place, so we can generate a profit from it. Because even a person who can't speak English can sell the car if the car's at the right price,
Exactly,
right? You
yeah.
can use Google Translate or whatever you want, really. And of course you need to give a good service. But he would do that, but he'll clean the cars at the same time, and then he'll answer the calls at the same time, and he'll serve the customer at the same time. So before you know it, he's doing everything, even deliveries. So I'm like, okay, cool. He knows everything, but now I feel like he's doing this too much. So I need another one of him to train up. So that way you're paying one person like a good wage, but they're doing so many different things within that wage, but they're doing like a few people's job.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? But they're happy with that because they're still getting good money.
Yeah.
But you're not recruiting 3 people for it. Slowly. But then you outgrow yourself and you're like, okay, I need him just to do this, or he can just be the manager now, right? And someone else can be just for valeting. And then slowly, you have to kind of get to that point where you're recruiting people just for the purpose of sales.
Okay.
But then on a quiet day when there's no customers, what does that person do? So they have to be prepared to do something else as well, like a delivery job. They might have to deliver a car somewhere, or do a little bit of cleaning, or run a few errands, or do whatever it is. So that you have to remind them, like, look, if it's quiet, you're not just sales. If it's quiet and there's no cars left to clean, you're not just valeter. You're going to do this as well. So you have to remind them that constantly as well.
So you're not just giving them a job, you're teaching them,
So for me, even until a few months ago, my management would still get involved in a little bit of cleaning.
Okay.
Just because they knew that, okay, look, it needs to be done.
Yeah.
He's doing it alone, or he's got another person to do it with him. Let's just help him because we've got nothing to do right now, for example. So it's all about teamwork. You have to make a team that enjoys working together at work and comes to work and they look forward to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So let's say now, so you how many staff do you think you had at that time?
Which time? Sorry.
Like when you at your like 300 stocks.
Oh right, okay, sorry. So I had the maximum,
or like you grew from how many number of staff to how many number?
So the maximum number of staff that I've had is like 6.
Okay.
Plus like
these are all salesmen or like different?
No. So like 2 would be like sales, and they'll run around doing like certain things that are like tasks that no one else can do because they've been doing it for say a couple of years. And then you've got someone that's just on transportation.
Okay.
And then you've got another guy who's like 50-50 on transportation as well. Like sometimes, and you've got like 2 valeters. So literally the job's getting done.
So do you ever take these sales guys with you when you go to auction, or you're trying to pick up, when you're trying to get a deal?
No. So since 2020, everything's been online.
Okay.
So before that, I did.
You trained them on this as well?
To buy.
To buy.
I haven't. No, I didn't let them take over like the buying side of things, because I always felt like I want that control over the business, because that brings in the most money, right?
Yeah.
The deal that you're gonna invest in, that's gonna bring you the most money.
Okay.
So you want to be in control over that bit.
Okay. So you thought that maybe if they were to be trained at this, they would maybe leave, or what?
No, not necessarily.
Maybe that could be a help for you.
They
like
might buy the wrong cars for me.
Okay.
And then
that's
I have to learn from their mistakes.
Okay.
Well, I've already learned from my own mistakes. Now I'm recruiting them to make more mistakes. I feel like if they want to do that with their own mistakes, they can do that.
Yeah.
But I feel like.
Do you recommend them to like buy and sell cars as well, like to be in the business as well, not just do this?
So yeah,
job?
I mean, a few of the people that used to work for me, a good few, actually have gone into business or gone into car trading themselves.
Okay.
So with us at the Car Plug Club. So upon downsizing and eventually pivoting towards doing this full time, when I was closing the business, I said, look, I'm going to give you guys an opportunity. You can go and get a job elsewhere. I'm giving you notice now that I'm not doing this no more because this is working for me, right? Or you can do this. Which one would you like to do?
Very straightforward.
Yeah. And they were like, so 2 of them, the 2 main salesmen, they were like, well, if we get a job, we're going to get like £2,500, £3,000 a month. You've already shown us how much we can make from it. And you've shown us how much you've been making from it as well.
Yeah.
So there's no way we're getting a job. And I was like, that's exactly the answer I was looking for. You're going to make loads of money. You should be happy that you're not going to be working for me anymore.
Okay.
So they're doing well.
Allahu Barak. Okay. So now you've helped your staff make money. You've taught them how to make money.
Yeah.
You've taught friends and family as well how to make money through cars. And now you're finally deciding to help the world make money through cars, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Why bring competition upon yourself?
I wouldn't say it's competition. I would say personally, like the most important thing for me when I moved to the UAE, of course I moved with my wife and kids, right? There's loads of family that are left in the UK that you would love to see them succeed. Of course, they might be succeeding in many, many ways, but if you ask anyone, would you like to move to a different country? A Muslim country, or
whatever,
a different country where some people don't want to do hijrah even, but they just want to go to a nice place that's hot. Do you know what I mean? Even like I'm talking about like friends and this, that, and the other, and you're like, they would love to do it, but they don't see it as a possibility because they might be earning, say, £2,000 to £3,000 a month. And to be honest with you, they see like, for example, Dubai as you can't live here for £3,000 a month. Yeah, of course you can.
You can do hijrah for £2,000-3,000 as well.
Yeah, you could do that.
It's
but they don't see it like that. And I didn't see it like that either. I was like, you need loads of money to do hijrah even. But it's not about that. It's about they're too comfortable with living their life the way they're living it, and they're scared of like, oh, we might earn less money there, or we might not be able to do this there, or whatever it is. So they need that extra bit of income potentially to make that move.
And you're going to help them make the extra amount of income.
I mean, whoever's up for I mean, it's
I'm talking about like if they were to work with you, then you're going to be the one to
my main thing out of this is, I would say, of course, besides the fact that it's a source of income for myself, is to help people, because that's always what I wanted to do. So if I can give back through this and make it a means for people to make hijrah, and open doors for them that they didn't have, then that's brilliant, because it's something that anyone can get involved in.
And you've mentioned to me once that I'm not sure if I'm correct with it, but someone from your community became Muslim just by working and closely with you. Is that true?
Right. So it wasn't in my community. So I was working. I had two guys working for me at different times. One was like 47 years old, name's Jamie, and he once just was talking to me about, I'm going to Jummah on Friday or whatever. So he'll be at work, and then he eventually say to me like, I love Muslims, like this, that, and this guy was like, I think his cousins and stuff like that were like far right. Against Islam completely, and tell me as well, like, I don't know why they hate you guys, this, that, and the other. And I'll give him like little piece of advice and like, watch this video and whatever. Before you know it, he's like, I want to become Muslim. I was like, do you know what you're saying? He was like, yeah, I want to become Muslim. I was like, well, cool. Like, I'm going to send you a few things, like videos in the state. He was like, well, when can I do it? So I took him to the masjid in Hayes with my brother-in-law, and he took a shahada. So at 47 years old. And then there was another guy, I won't say his name yet.
He's a kid,
He's young, but I won't say his name because maybe his family don't know about it, right? So it could be anyone. It's not necessarily him. If their mum's watching or something like that.
It ain't your son.
It's not your son. So I don't know about it. He was like with me for 2 weeks.
He was working with you.
Working with me for 2 weeks. He actually came to view a car with his mum. This is so obvious that it's him, by the way. So it's crazy. We might have to like
change it up.
Just tell his mum. So his
okay. Let's not get into details. Let's get into how he he was working with you.
I'll ask him like questions like, oh, so what are you like? What do you do? Like this, that, and the other. He was like, I'm looking into like Islam, and I was like, oh, okay. So he was already looking into it, right? And then I was sending him a few videos like this, that, and the other. He was like, I know this is the one. Like I want to do it. I was like, when? He was like, this is like Friday, okay. And I've just come back from Jummah. He's like, how about Monday?
Okay.
I'm like, Monday's fine, today's fine, tomorrow's fine. But if Monday's cool, let's do Monday then, yeah? And he's like, yeah, let's do Monday. So Monday, I've even got the videos. Like it was something else. And up until this day, alhamdulillah, like he
constantly
we keep in touch like every week.
Barak.
Not only I send him videos, reminders of like dawah and this, that, and the other. He sends them to me as, have you seen this? Did you know this? And I'm like, no, I didn't know that. So alhamdulillah, it's brilliant.
Allahu Barak.
Yeah.
So Allahu Barak, yani you are not just like an employer, you're not just a boss.
It wasn't even intentional though. That's the thing, because I wouldn't want to feel like I'm pushing it upon someone.
No, it's just within your character.
So the 47-year-old said to me, bro, I said, why do you love Muslims? He said, I just love the way you treat me. Like you go Jummah, you go mosque and you come back and you buy us food. Yeah. And he's like, you go and pray and you're just calm and this, that, and that. And you treat me like, when I do a mistake, you treat me with like respect still. And I was like, I just try my best.
How is that? Does that come from? Where does that characteristics of yours come from? Because like genuinely, I've seen that as well. Is that you're very, not that like others are not very nice with people, but you're extra nice with people. You're giving them attention.
It comes from your upbringing, of course, as well, but it comes from Islam as well. And you should always be humble. Like you can't be like, of course, there's times that you might be angry or whatever it is, but I think you can't have that ego that, I'm better than so-and-so or whatever it is. Like and especially people working for you, they're providing for your business as well. They're helping your business grow, right? Without them, you'll have to train another guy or whatever it is. So you have to give them that respect. So I feel when they saw that, they're like, this is the best job I've ever had. One of those guys who was obviously wasn't Muslim before, he was like, I'll get your company name tattooed on me. I was like, what are you talking about? He was like, I'm working here till I die. And I was like, no, you're not, bro. You need to scale up. You need to have your own something one day. And this, that. Like, they were loyal people. Like, they didn't want to leave ever. And I was like, bro, don't do the tattoo thing, though. Like, don't do that, please.
Did you get it?
No. I didn't let him get it. He was a bit crazy. He got the private number plate with the company initials on it, though.
On his tattoo?
on his actual car.
Oh, okay.
So he got the number plate, a private plate with the company initials on it.
Allah, that's sick.
Bro, I was like, wow. Because I got it. It was like, I want the same thing. So he got the same thing with like 1 digit difference. So I was like, this guy's a proper like ride or die.
Yeah. You still in touch with these guys or no?
Yeah. Alhamdulillah. Like the younger brother, like quite often. The older guy, I don't know. I think he changed his phone number, so I reached out to him on Facebook and see how it goes.
So you're trying to make people move from 9 to 5 to an actual business, but the people working for you, they want to stick into a 9 to 5 and work with you always.
Some people do. It's not for everyone at the end of the day. But the thing is with that, it's like, okay, if you're doing the 9 to 5 and you want to do another side hustle at the same time, do it, because you can always do something else that may take over your 9 to 5.
Correct.
It may not. It doesn't have to be car trading. It could be something else.
Anything.
But I feel like it's flexible. So if you're working your 9 to 5 and you've got someone coming for 8 o'clock for your car and you can book them in at that time, like you're flexible. You don't have to do something at a certain time. You do it on your terms. Okay, I'm busy at 8, do it tomorrow at 7 in the morning before my 9 to 5. Like you can schedule it for when you need to. You're in control. The car's with you, the paperwork are with you, like the paperwork's with you, like everything's there. So you can do what you want to do.
You decide the time,
location, you can decide
everything.
If you want to even pick up the phone at that time to sell the car. Like how bad do you actually want it? Okay. I used to pick up the phone at 1, 2 o'clock, by the way.
AM?
Yeah, no problem. Like the phone's always on loud.
Okay. Do you still do it now?
Well, nobody buys cars off me anymore. Like through there. For the community, I shut off at a certain time.
Okay.
That's normally like roughly about 10 p.m. UAE time. So it's like 7 p.m. UK time.
After that, no one's allowed to text you?
They can. I just won't read it.
Oh, okay.
I'll go sleep. So yeah, after like 10 p.m. Because there's auctions still running like 11, sometimes 11 o'clock UAE time. So then I just put everything on like, I automate it so that it can do the bidding for you and all of that stuff. So yeah, that's about it.
Now, so after hearing this, I think a lot of people watching would really want to work with you because of the person you are and what you've achieved as well. Allah Mubarak. Let's say someone doing a 9 to 5 or in university as well, just like you, he sees himself going through similar things of, not having the right mentor, not having someone to look up to, not having someone to explain him about, don't do this, don't do this, don't make this mistake, because you've turned your losses into lessons. Now, these are the lessons that you're going to teach them to avoid their losses. Yeah. So where do you help them and how do you help them make money? What do they need to start making money? What's needed? Like, talk to me about it. Yeah.
Well, the community side of things, right?
Yeah. Let's say like I am now a university student. I want to make some extra cash on the side.
Right.
how do I work with
First
you?
of all,
Are you too big to like for me to even contact you? Like, you know,
No. People can contact me.
anytime.
Not anytime.
I mean,
but
as in
they
like through any
people
channel.
can contact me. Of course, we do have people within the program that are. Of course, look, people can contact me. That's not a problem at all. But of course, we do have people like. I don't want it to become
time.
like that. The people that I'm actually working on at the moment are getting left behind.
Okay. So now, okay, let's say now I'm a university student. I want extra cash on the side.
Right.
How will you make me get that extra money that I want, that I'm looking for?
So firstly, I'll show you what the potentials are, what other people have made off what. So they have sold this car and this car and this car.
Are
and
they
this
like
car.
people who are at my position? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
We've got people that are in the community as teenagers, to people that are doing it 9 to 5 and they're working, or they're studying or whatever. I've got people that are in their 40s in the community.
Okay.
Just doing it as like
who have never done business in their life.
Who've never done business in their life, let alone cars.
Allahu Barak.
So honestly, there's a guy in Nottingham, I won't say his name, and he got contacted through someone else that I actually met in the UAE, and he was like, I earn £3,000 a month, but I spend £3,000 a month.
Oh, so
if there's something that comes up that I can't afford, what's your aim?
Yeah.
So I want to make another £1,000 a month. So he wasn't greedy like I want to make all the money in the world. It was like
Extra
another
bit of
£1,000 a month would be good.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, he sometimes makes a bit more than that. Sometimes, of course, he makes less than that as well. But the average, he makes what he wants.
What he wants, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So alhamdulillah. And he hasn't scaled it. He just wants to keep that consistent.
Okay. So, so now you've shown me, there are people who are doing the same, who are making money as well.
Right.
What do I do next? What's next for me?
So we'll obviously sign them up. So they'll be locked in on a certain period of time in the community. So they'll get to see what sort of deals we're offering. They don't even need to buy it.
Do I need to have any car knowledge or no?
But do you know what the thing is? They don't even need to have an investment if they didn't want to. But I say come with a minimum of £2,000 investment. Do you know why?
Why?
Because at least they can buy a car and sell the car and sell. There was one guy, he surprised me recently. He came to the community. He was like, right, so I'm not going to invest straight away. I'm going to buy this car for my friend who's looking for a Vauxhall Corsa. So can you find me this car in this budget? And I found the car and I sent it to him. I said, this car, I can find it for you in this budget. He bought that car for his friend, right? With his friend's money, and his profits in between that already.
Sick, no way.
So he's made money without investing.
How much did he make?
I think he made like £400-500
extra
So he's already made like
405 profit. That's it.
Yeah, he's good.
Up. Zero investment.
Nothing, just his brilliant idea, and that was the first one. I was like,
but was he like he wanted to sell, or he just saw?
No, he's been buying and selling cars since then.
Okay.
But he was like, the first one, I'm just to see if this
works.
Just
to see if it works. Yeah.
Can you find this car?
Okay.
Like, he's testing me now.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I can find that car. What's his budget? Okay, his budget's realistic. I'm gonna find that car for him. I thought he's gonna buy it. He didn't buy it. He was like, right, can you just give me like 2-3 hours? He will pay for it. I said, so what are you doing? He said, I'm just gonna make a little bit. I've already told him that I've paid for this community thing, and I just want to make a little bit of it back. And that's what he did. So I was like, that's a smart move.
Yeah.
So someone who hasn't got investment can also do that. They just need to make sure they're dealing with serious people that are going to pay up.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. So now I've joined the community, and you've sent me like a list of
you're
running me through. Are you just showing me stock, or are you explaining to me this is why this one gets more money? And
no, because everything's on Auto Trader in terms of that. Like you can see why am I selling you this car?
Yeah.
For this price and what the potential is, like how much can it sell for?
Okay.
Like anyone can check that on Auto Trader. That's very easy to check.
Yeah.
So they're gonna check that and they're gonna say like I want it or I don't want it.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't want it because they're like, who's gonna drive an ugly car like that?
Yeah, correct.
For example. But then what I do is like I don't get offended because I'm like, if you don't want it, it's fine. You can just buy the next one. There's no pressure.
Okay.
And then whoever this car actually goes to, the one that he said, oh, it's an ugly color or whatever it is, the
other guy makes the money from
someone else sells it and I'll be like, look how much you made from it. And that's true story.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie and say like, look, I'm going to tell him, look how much I made for it. Because then next time you might see like, it's not about what you want to buy and sell.
It's about
I want to buy Lamborghinis to sell every single day.
Yeah.
Do I buy them every single day and sell them? No.
Of course not.
So I sell what has got a profit in it. It's not about, oh, that car's a bad color, it's not going to sell. That's what people think. But it's not about that. It's about, did I buy it at a price that it's a bad color, but I bought it at a very good price, that it's still going to sell to someone who doesn't care about the color. That's exactly what you need to know.
Okay. So they come in as beginner, not knowing this, like having their emotions in
because
place.
they're like, oh no, it's red. Who's going to buy a red car?
And then they learn like, okay.
They're learning, but someone else is making that benefit at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's good for the rest of the community. Like you can't always help one person, and sometimes they're going to learn a different way.
Yeah.
But the thing with me is that I'm not going to be like, why didn't you buy that car?
You just show them like, look, someone else made the money from it.
Yeah.
Someone
I'll
else
say, look, someone else sold this car and it's sold now, but this is available now anyway as well. So they'll buy some, they'll buy something, but they might be a little bit more fussy. That's all it is. So it's normal to do that. It's not a problem.
So now let's say okay, fine. I've joined, I'm making the extra amount of money that I'm looking for. And now I realize I'm like, okay, wait. I don't have to work. I don't have to do my extra side hustles and work maybe a 9 to 5 maybe. Or maybe I'm already currently working in a 9 to 5. I'm like, okay, this is giving me extra amount of money. I want to do this full time, but I'm afraid that I will not make the same amount of money that I'm making in 9 to 5. And I'm very comfortable, and I'm afraid of the security, just that part of things. Is there a way for me to make an actual business out of this? Out of like moving away from just side hustles and making a real money from it, like consistently, monthly, that will be able for me to feed families or run my house bills.
You mean like by just investing and not in being involved, for example?
No, being involved, of course. Like I want to transition from just making an extra amount of money to like actually making serious money. While I'm not focusing on any other things, I just want to focus on this.
Like your 9 to 5.
Yeah, this is my 9 to 5.
Like my advice for anyone who's working that 9 to 5, and even if they've got all the money in the world and they come in, they're like, yeah, let me do this and leave my 9 to 5. I'll say, look, at least do it on that smaller scale first to see how it goes.
Yeah.
Once you've decided that your side hustle is taking over your 9 to 5 money, then you make the decision yourself. Like I can't tell someone to leave their job and their business doesn't go well because of any reason, because business is profit or loss, right?
Yeah.
It's not win-win-win.
Yeah.
So I can't make that decision for them. I need to say, like most people, I say to them, look, when you find out that your side hustle is making more money than your main hustle, than your main 9 to 5 consistently, you're going to leave it yourself.
How much money are we saying? Like based on
so if someone's making like £2,000 to £3,000 a month, and then they're making consistently like 3 to 5K a month buying and selling cars.
Yeah.
Should they keep their job?
I don't think
it's
so.
up to them.
I don't think so.
Like at the end of the day, but I'm not going to advise them. I'm not a financial advisor.
Did you have anyone in your community who was doing a 9 to 5, left the 9 to 5 and did like crazy numbers from the business?
Yeah, so someone was making £2,500 to £3,000 a month, like, and he's making like consistently £10,000 every month plus, consistently, and that's because he trusts the process. So he's the kind of guy that will be like, what car should I buy?
Okay.
Be like, well, I bought this. Do you want it? Yeah, I'll have that. And I'm like, he's not fussy at all because he trusts the process.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm not saying everyone should be like him, but not everybody wants to make that sort of money that he makes as well.
Yeah.
And he is one of the hardest workers in the community. So,
so it's not just like, oh, I join and I get money instantly. I need to put in my work.
You have to take the risk as well. Like, oh, that car there, or like you might think in your mind like, no, it's not for me. Like, I don't like the color. I don't know why anybody would buy that car. It's ugly. Then you're like, but Aqeel told me that it's a good deal. Like, why would he have bought it if it wasn't a good deal? So should I just trust him and buy it? Okay, yeah, I'll do that. And then you say, you're like, yeah, we made a good profit out of that one. And that's sometimes what you have to do. You have to trust the process because you don't know anything, but you're acting like you do.
Yeah.
So if you're going to do your own thing, is it going to work out?
Yeah.
Maybe, maybe not.
Mm-hmm. So there's a high possibility of it working out in this. I mean, not as in a way of like, oh, you will make money from it, but there's a proven success record
put it
of
this way,
people
like,
have
since
worked.
I've been sourcing cars for people and having this whole community, I've sourced hundreds of cars since December last year. And I would say the amount of people that have come back to me and said, oh, I made a little loss on that car, £100 or £200. And they made money on other cars, so they're not upset about it, right?
Collectively, how much do you think? I'm just asking collectively, how much do you think like everyone in the community made like in this 1 year from last year?
It's less than a year, but I would say
in profits collectively.
I would say a few £100,000 at least.
Okay.
But you have to think about it this way. A lot of people are very discreet and they don't want to tell me how much they make.
Okay.
Like, it's not a conversation that people have with each other, do they? Like, you're not going to sit here and start saying, how much do you make and how much do you make? You're not going to start. So some people are very discreet, but a lot of people in the community, I'm like, look, you made a profit on a car that I sourced for you, you can tell me how much, and I'll basically keep it for my records or repost it on our community group chat, but won't show your name. So everything's discreet in that sense. But to be honest with you, like there's so many people that be like, I need cars, and I'm like, how many you got? And they're like, this many. I'm like, you've got like 5 less cars than you normally have. Oh yeah, I sold a few, and I don't get notified. But it's fine if that's the way they want to do it. I don't mind.
Yeah,
because at the end of the day, I respect it. Like
the privacy.
Yeah, it's all good. They don't have to tell me. Are you doing well? Are you happy? And that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just say like the safe numbers. Like in a year, Allah Mubarak, you've made people over 100,000. Not 100,000.
Hundreds of thousands. But I only get a fraction of that, of course.
Yeah, no, it's not about you. I'm saying like people, how much you've helped people. You've helped people make like close to 6 figures in collectively. Over 6 figures. No, sorry, not close to. And now let's say for example, wait. Also, one more thing I wanted to ask is, do I like have to be in the UK to be a part of this community or be a part of this program?
No, not at all. So we've got recently a few people that reached out just through a few Instagram posts. I mean, it's not like big, but just a few Instagram posts. And we've got an investor on board from the UAE.
Yeah.
Who said, I want to invest in someone else's dealership to earn passive income. Is there a way we can do it? I thought about it for 2 months because I was busy with the whole community stuff and busy with everything else going on. And I was like, let me see what I can do for you. I'll get back to you. So after 2 months, I got back to her. I said, I've got the guy that can do it. Okay. I've got the guy that can do it. And if you want, you can invest with him. So we've got that guy who's from the UAE that's invested in it. He's got 50-50 returns with another guy who's already a member. And then there's another guy that contacted us from Pakistan.
Yeah.
And he's actually joined up as well. So yeah, it's one of those things that people are actually contacting us now.
All you need is just internet, a device, and some amount of investment. That's it.
Yeah, they obviously everyone's got internet, haven't they? Like,
I mean, no, it's just 3 things, nothing else. Like, you have to be present to look at the cars.
They don't even need to be involved like that. But we like to tell them what's going on, so they know they have somewhat
transparency.
Yeah, transparency about what's going on. Yeah.
But Allah Mubarak, you're not just having members who are making money on their own. You're building businesses. You're creating partnerships. You're connecting people with investors as well. So. Like anyone who joins in the community is not just like making extra amount of money, they're developing their career in so many ways. Okay, now in terms of investments, as an investor, am I eligible to join as well or not?
Anyone is.
But I'm not like, I don't want to, sit and look at the cars and
No, you don't have to do anything. You don't even need to be in the community. I just put them in the community.
And the members, they will sell the cars for me and I just make my returns.
I'll pay, for example, if it was yourself, for example, I'll pay you up with someone.
No, let's say this is me.
Okay, that's you, yeah?
Yeah, that's me.
So I'll pay you up with someone who I know I can trust in the community.
Okay.
That's already doing really well.
Okay.
So now your investment helps him out and then you make money together.
Okay. I think we should have used this earlier in explaining.
Yeah, we could do that.
Sick.
We could do that. We could do that. Yeah, yeah.
All right.
So that's how it works. Basically.
Okay, so I just put my money and stay here. This guy makes the money, brings it to me.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
So he does his part of the deal. So he might do the cleaning of the cars, hire the staff, hire the do the transportation or whatever you agree between you and him, and I'll make sure it's fair. And then you've done the investment side of things. Okay. So depending on what you want together. Yeah. So say you're happy with 50-50 and he's happy with 50-50, we'll do it that way. So you're like a silent investor.
Yeah.
And obviously the amounts just got to be right as well. So minimum investments are starting from like £10,000.
No, that's it.
Yeah, but then of course you're not going to win too much with that, but it's going to be like a passive income. So you might make.
It's like that sort of investment where you're seeing money, then you put more money in to make more money, and it's like a
exactly. Go. Yeah. The more you put in, the more you should be making.
Okay. Let's quickly get into dealership now. Let's say, for example, I'm interested in what you've done, and I want to replicate your exact business model. Like I want to replicate on a big scale, a larger scale, to get into like a dealership. I want that, but I don't have the time. I have the money for it, not the time. Are you going to help me? Is that there in the community as well?
100%. So how that works?
How is it like? There's everything in the community.
So I would go. So depending on. You said on my scale, right? Yeah. So you want like 300 cars. You want a big dealership. So I'd have to go to the UK for this because I have to find the place.
What if I'm in any other country, or is it just in the UK?
No, you can be wherever you like. I'll have to go to the UK to find that team.
Okay.
To make sure that I find that premises. I can do that. People can do that for me anyway, but like to recruit the staff, to make sure, like, but I would have to be a part of it because look, it's my name attached to it. So I would be like, I need to be making sure that this is run at a very high level. So I'd even train the staff up.
Yeah.
But of course, you'd have to pay the price to sort it out. But once it's sorted out, you're making money every month. Okay. And I'd make sure that the staff are trained so they know exactly what they're doing. Like everything's in place, like cameras, certain systems that your staff cannot even do you over for 1 penny.
Okay, so you make everything
possible for you to make sure that your money's safe.
Allahu Akbar, that's sick.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think we have much time remaining, so I would love to have this conversation even longer. It's very interesting, and I hope that the audience, viewers, whoever is listening, pretty sure they got a lot of value, more than what they've expected to get.
Inshallah.
One more for the clips. I want to ask you is, what's the most amount of money you've made from a car?
So the most amount of money that I made from one car. So this is a crazy situation, right? I wasn't at work one day, and my cousin called me and said, "Oh, there's this guy who came and he just bought a BMW X6 off us, and he's got some rental business, and he's a footballer." So he's like a Senegalese footballer. His name's
Premier League or?
No, I don't even know. Okay. Like, I'm not a Senegalese footballer. His name's Abdullah Faye. And later on, when he bought that car, he was like, "Oh, I want to sell this car, blah, blah, blah." He's got a Range Rover. The day the Range Rover came to us, the suspension collapsed on it.
Okay.
And what happened was he had a price in mind already. The suspension collapsed on it, and I really don't want to buy the car because the car's like, it's a like £8,000 car that he's selling it to us for. It's still worth more than that. And he's like, "Well, just this do they do like £5,000, right?" And I'm like, "Shall I just take the risk?" He's like, "Yeah, just drop me to London once I'm done. I've got a hotel there booked." This, that, because he's from up north, I think. We don't really need to name the footballer if you're going to put this out there, but yeah. And then after that, the car sold within like 2 to 3 days for £15,000. So that was like the most money made from a car without part exchanges. So of course, like when someone gives you bought this car for £10,000, it's worth £15,000, for example. But this guy's giving you his car for £10,000, so he's giving you £5,000. So now that car's cost you £5,000.
Yeah.
Now that can sell for 15. That's like the part exchange, hence why you got all that profit.
Correct.
This is like
pure
you bought
profit.
it for 5, you bought it for 50, you sold it for 15.
Yeah, pure
so
10K.
straight 10.
Yeah, straight 10.
Without any part exchanges, without any like a deal upon another deal sort of thing. So I would say that's the most, there's probably more, but that's the best one I could think of that was like
immediate.
It was like a couple of days, it was gone. And it sold with the suspension issue, by the way.
Interesting.
Because I just put it up and I was like, this is one of a kind Range Rover, blah, blah, blah. It sold. No repairs need to be done at all. So it was a straight sale.
Not bad. It was lovely having you on, Mr. Aqeel. And
I appreciate it, man, honestly.
Yeah.
Likewise.
Just to end it, let's end with what's your one message to anyone watching this, whether they're 18, 25, 40, who wants to make something of themselves?
Focus on that one thing that you enjoy doing so you can be the best at that one thing. So for me, for example, someone would say, "Oh, look, invest in Bitcoin." Although it's not going to take me too much time to invest in it, but like you get distracted, right? Or invest in this business or that business. And I'm like, why should I do all these things when car trading's good and it's been good to me? And that's not a bad thing, doing other things as well. But it's like, if your focus is on something that is your passion and you're working on it, why should you do something else? And secondly, I think it's very important to get a mentor, because I'm new to this whole online space thing when it comes to having a community and all of that stuff. So I've reached out to some people in the UAE itself, or some people that have got a lot of experience within this online stuff. And I never thought I needed a mentor until I had certain meetings and conversations and booked calls with certain people that are doing online businesses, and they could guide me and help me what's good and how to do things this way or that way. And they don't sell mentorship. It's just that they've given me that support so that I can navigate my business better. Yeah. So it helps me. And up until then, I thought, I don't need a mentor. Yeah. But everyone needs a mentor. Everyone needs some sort of ustad.
Yeah. And everyone needs content as well.
Content.
Yeah. Do you think people need content?
100%.
Why?
Because I got contacted off YouTube the other day. And my customers only come from Auto Trader usually.
And how many days have you been posting to get a customer through YouTube?
About a week.
About a week. Wow. I want that guy's number who's doing your content, bro.
That's it, bro.
All right. It was lovely chatting to you, bro. I think we've covered most of the things. Inshallah, would love to have a part 2 anytime soon.
Yeah.
And guys, yeah, make sure to subscribe, like, whatever. Check his socials out in the descriptions below. And the link of the Carplug Club, where you can make serious money from it, is also there in the description below.
Sure.
So check it out for yourself, and inshallah, see you on the next episode.